is a sight to start with. Now I'll just get straight into it. So this is Old Tom, as it's known, the steamroller, and this is the very steamroller that laid down the original tarmac of the Donington Park circuit back in the 1930s. Now it predates the days of the auto unions. It's a fantastic bit of kit. Like, it really is. It is grand. Hello Reza, how are you? Are you well? Thought you were. But over here we've got the Mustang display. Then we'll get into the racing cars, which are just over there. And you can probably hear in the background that, maybe you can't hear that, it's the sound of the Bentley Le Mans prototype. I'm doing alright, I'm doing okay. I haven't ever seen like a collection of Mustangs in like one place before like this. Apart from here last year, of course. There's like one in race livery there. A race prepared one. I might be able to get a quick peek inside here actually. First of all, no. There you go, that's as good as you're going to get. I'm not showing my face, not deliberately anyway. You don't want to see my face, you want to see stuff in front of me, not behind, not me myself. There's one of the cars from the Ferrari Challenge. Well, Ferrari Formula Classic, I think is its true title. This is how close you get to cars here. Like I'm within a few feet of this. There's a fair few of those around actually. Well, there's another one just over there, and there's some more of those just around here and hidden away. We've got one of the classic touring cars. There's like 3 more here, and I want to see the pre-war stuff as well. And also, I'm going to try and keep half an eye on, well, I say half an eye on the time, I can't actually see what time it is, but at about 1:30 we're supposed to get a flyover from the Spitfire. Whether I'm going to be able to see it or not with this camera is another issue. But here's a fleet of classic Ferraris. That's the Bentley. That's the Le Mans Bentley, which lives in a tent just over there when it's not out on track. Jeez. Right, I want to find what pre-war stuff there is, because that's the really interesting stuff, really. That being said, these Ferraris are pretty cool. They are. Ford Escort. More at home on a racetrack, on a rally stage, sorry, than a racetrack. You know, Ford Escort won the British and World Rally Championships in the 1970s, like you can't believe. They were competitive right up until the 1980s. In fact, even today, lots of drivers still have their first rally experience in a Ford Escort, either a Mark 1 or a Mark 2. Nissan Skyline. Didn't get to see many of them racing in the UK, sadly. They were more like Australia. Hi Pax, how are you? The classic touring cars. This is more my sort of era, really. So you've got the Rovers, which have been doing all kinds of like slidey stuff. I'll get you in there. There you go. and I've seen footage of them in period recently actually, and they look pretty hard to drive even back then, and they have been getting a little bit out of shape where we have been. No major incidents to report really with them this morning. There's been a couple of spins, but nothing too major. I've just seen a car I really want to see down there, up close and personal. And I'm going to give you in a minute one of my controversial takes. It's a lovely Lotus. We need Solar Hawk back in our chat. There's a plane up there. If Solar Hawk was still around, he'd be able to tell me exactly what plane that was just by the noise it's making. Right, are you ready for a Woody hot take? In fact, there is Steve Sofa. That's incredible. BMW E30 M3. And I'm just going to say it. This is the only BMW for me that has any right to call itself an M3. Like, no other BMW is an M3 in my opinion. Sorry. And I'm getting in people's way. But for me, and the one at the back as well, no other BMW can call itself an M3. That is the only true M3, in my opinion. This is how I started on Twitch. This is how I first started on Twitch. There's the legend, Steve Sofa, multiple touring car champion, both in Britain and in Europe. He's raced literally everything. Yeah, Steve is one of the goats of touring car racing. I have doorstep people on these streams in the past. I wasn't going to doorstep him because he looks really busy. Look at this one. That stands out a bit. You probably can't see it on camera, but it is actually glistening as well, which looks really cool. And again, I am a sucker for Ford Mustangs, like I really am. Andrew Jordan from the BTCC was down to drive the car. I don't think he is though this weekend, sadly. And then Mark 1 Cortinas. They look so good going sideways down the Craner curves, I must say. They're not out today, they're out tomorrow. There's stuff that's like competing today that's not competing tomorrow, and vice versa. I saw some pre-war cars, I haven't found them yet. Oh, now something we've always loved to do on this stream is critique hospitality areas, and we're going to do that here with the Motorsport Legends people. It looks good, but plastic chairs, I don't know. I'm thinking 6 out of 10. Must try harder, plastic chairs. Now over here, this tent over here, is where the Le Mans Bentley is living. That's the car you can hear out on track at the moment doing a few demonstration laps. I saw some pre-war cars, I know I did. I'm doing my nutting trying to find where everything is. Why did I see them? Down here somewhere, I know I did. But that's where the should make chairs out of paper and better straws. I thought, what? Over here, by the way, this area here in front of me, that's the Parc Fermé area. This is where cars come in after each race / session. And here, this is where the winners go on the podium. I'm not standing on the podium. I'll probably break my neck trying to get down otherwise. All of the merch stalls are located down here. Actually, if we go along here for a minute, the British Historic Karting Club's got a display. Artwork. There's some kind of artwork there, isn't there? That they've really gone to town on this. I kind of like it actually. That's kind of cool. Right, we'll take a look at the Bentleys hopefully, and that'll be like the finale to this. I don't normally stream here for too long because it takes up a lot of data and a lot of battery power. Like a lot. But we've got merch stores of all kinds of what they're selling, what they're selling. Let's have a little look. I like every kind of like model you can imagine. I'm not showing it off very well. Oh, look. Got the old Lotus as well, look, right in there, right there. A couple of McLarens from the mid-70s. Niki Lauda's Ferrari. The six-wheel Tyrrell. Is that one of the Ronnie Peterson Lotuses? Right there. At the back we've got the UAP Shadow from 1975. We've got the Williams from the 1980. That UAP Shadow, that one there, 300 quid to buy that model. That is some insane prices. Right, British Historic Karting Club's just down here. We're right in the flight path of an airport, so you're going to hear that a lot. Can I see it? No, I can't. Just about see it, I think. Lovely day, by the way, as well. Here's the British Historic Karting Club. Old go-karts. They've brought the motors back, which I also love.
What do you think? Can you reach the wheel? 113 through the speed trap at Mary last night.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, it goes quite quickly. Luckily you can't reach the pedals. Yeah, no, that's luckily for you.
A bit slower.
Yeah, for me that's what I mean. The Heinz car, that would do about 140.
140 miles an hour? Wow. 140 miles an hour in that go-kart would absolutely terrify me. I'm not going to lie. That is scary. But yeah, I was about to say before the guy chipped in for me, 130 miles an hour through the speed trap at Mallory Park for the Motus, which is kind of like a Lotus go-kart if you like. I mean, those things are insanely fast, like insane. I've not seen these down here yet, so we'll do that. Most of the pre-war stuff's going to be arriving tomorrow because that's when they're due out on track. Both qualifying and drifting around in the go-kart. I have driven a go-kart. I'm not very good at it. But it's something I have done in real life, like a few years ago. Oh, that's cool. Sinclair. That is so cool. More classic touring cars here. We've got a Ford Capri at the front of all this. Some more Ferraris over there as well, actually. MG. Is that the car that lost a wheel last year? No, it's not. It's a different one. Some more Ferraris behind us. There's a lot of these here. They have literally got their own championship, the Ferrari Club Classic, which is what that is. It's a Great Britain Racing Series, Ferrari Owners Club of Great Britain Racing Series. You might want to rephrase that, Rita. You may want to rephrase that. But these things are absolutely lovely. take liberties, I know, but that's what it looks like inside, if you can see that. My screen's filthy, so I can't see what you can see properly. Gorgeous Alpha. Of course, it wouldn't be a historic race weekend without seeing at least some Mini Coopers. Proper classic Mini. Now we are due. What's in there? Can you see what's in there? I think it's empty. You're just tripping over things. There's another. There's a Marcos. So the BMW M3 is pretty. What might be an idea is to go up to where the pit garages are. Although I think the Bentleys are coming back in. I do want to see a close up of the. Well, I do want to see up close, I should say, the Bentleys at the very least. There we go. Another Alpha. I don't want to like get you too excited because this may not work, but next meeting I'm coming to will be the British GT meeting at the end of the month, hopefully. It's using the Grand Prix circuit, so hopefully if I'm down at the if I can get to the chicane, we'll get you guys trackside for a British GT or maybe even a Ginetta practice / qualifying session. Who knows? I've done that before. I keep forgetting that, Reza, you have only followed me for a few months, so you haven't seen me do this before. But yeah, I used to do this on Twitch the whole time. There's also car clubs here as well, which are located around the infield section. I can't get to that section without having to go offline though, because I will lose signal under the tunnel. Some classic Jaguars. Nissan. The Calsonic Nissan. And there's a couple of Rover SD1s around as well. The Bentley's back. Let's go and have a look at it. A 2003 Le Mans prototype. There's also a 2000 version as well. But yeah, here it is. Right. This is the 2000 version, I do believe. There it is. So cool. I don't know if I dare or not go up to it, but yeah. I will take liberties, just not too many. But yeah, it's a glorious thing. I think it was something like, what, second at Le Mans in 01 and 03. Had a Formula 1 engine in it when it was first made. Exhibition simulator through there. That's where people have their food as well. I'll put me in, I'm going to have in a few minutes. Right, let's just have a quick nosy through here and then we'll call it. But there is some more stuff. These are the pit garages. So we've got I'm about to run over by a Toyota SUV, that's not good. Might be able to actually get into the pit lane proper here as well and show it properly, but no relation to Jeremy Clark. A Lister Jaguar. My Lister, sorry. Lister Jaguar. See the people watching the Bentley go by. So this is where the Pall Mall Cup cars are being kept. I don't know if I dare go into the pit lane or not, because I think it's still alive. Effectively still alive pit lane with a demonstration. E-Type. We'll go round. They look busy. I am an annoying POS when I do these things, but I'm not that annoying. Gorgeous E-Type there. Like, E-Types are really nice and everything, but like, try guessing where the front of the car is at the best of times. You can't. I wonder if this is the Austin Healey that lost a wheel at the old hairpin last year. It had a white roof. Well, that's not classic, but it looks good. The whole fleet of Austin Healey's here. Hang on, we've got 3 or 4 in a row. 1 for the road, and then 2 for the track. See if I can get through here. You won't lose me. The signal's pretty good through here. Nearly got in the way of someone's camera shot there. I just peeked through the hole in the bonnet there. And there's a lovely Lotus Elan in the background as well. Oops, not nice. I tripped over a roll of Spitfire. That's a Spitfire. Hopefully he'll come over again. I'm in the wrong part of the garage. Oh, there is a pre-war thing over here. Oh, I just got here. You're not my real dad. Oh, where is it? There it is. There it is. I hope this shows up on stream. Right. We've been told to get the block out of here, so I'm going to do just that. That's the sort of thing I like to see. Like, I love stuff like this. This is a pre-war Alvis, and it's just glorious. Well, we got the Spitfire flyby in anyway, which was good. I'm going to go back to where the Bentley prototype is, and we'll get the flock out of here. That means it's about 1:30. That means it's 1:31 p.m. So that means I've got half an hour to get back to where I was, and I'm not the fastest walker. Oh, look at that! Whoa! Now that's cool. Now that's cool. That's a Spitfire. That thing is just awesome. And I think it's come back round again. I can sort of see it in the distance. I think it's just disappearing off now. There's that Jaguar E-Type. Like I say, it's got a really long front that car has. You never really quite know where the bonnet ends and where the road begins. They're not easy to drive, is the point I'm making. Anywho, let's get back round to where the prototypes are. See, I knew there was something pre-war somewhere. It's mostly cars, Reza. That's just like one Battle of Britain Memorial flyby. It was meant to be a Spitfire and a Hurricane, but only the Spitfire's been able to make it. Any race car in Marlborough livery is a good thing. I was in the way of his tyre handler. Aren't I naughty? Right, let's get back to where the thingy was, and we'll get out of here. That's the car that's actually in the next race out on track, the Tony John Trophy. One of the M3s. These are the next group out as well. But both Bentleys are now back in the tent, so let's have a quick look. There we go. So nearly won Le Mans. So nearly. Back in 2003. Right. I'm going to make my way back to where I need to be while they get to where they need to be. And yeah. So next time you'll see me live on here will be tonight, and I think it's just going to be marbled on stream because my Xbox controller's having a few audio issues with it. The audio was like cutting out a little bit when I tried to play something on YouTube on it this morning while I was getting ready to come here. So here's what it is. And it's not the adapter, it's not the, could be the audio wire I guess that's hooking everything up, but I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. But marbles on stream is a certainty for tonight's stream. I won't show the pink car because I know Reese doesn't like that. I'm not really a fan either, to be fair. We'll go to the holding area and see if there's anything in there. If there is, great, we'll end with that sight. If not, oh, here comes a Ford Capri. It's all weekend, Reese. I'm back here again tomorrow. That's such a classic livery, isn't it? Should point out, all the cars that you see, they're all like in period liveries with period sponsor names on them and stuff. Ah, actually, I found the pre-war cars that I saw earlier when I was getting set up. I didn't spot them because they were hidden away, and I was walking the wrong way as well. Got a Fraser Nash. Tiffany Doll's arrived. It seems like it anyway. And this is even rarer. You may know what that is. That's a Lagonda. From like way back in the day. We're talking almost 100 years old here for this. Back in the days, there's two seats here because back in the days when this was racing, you'd have the driver sat there and a riding mechanic sat alongside. And there'll be more of these turning up throughout the weekend because their race is tomorrow and their qualifying session tomorrow as well. We have a Morgan.
Yeah, it's hanging out the front and right at the back. So, yeah, so not quite
like exposed workings. But yeah, the Morgan, if you look at the back, this car only has 3 wheels, 1 at the back and 2 at the front, which give a lot of stability. I'm going to show you this real quick. If you look inside here, see those stickers? 2014, 2018, same meeting. It's got stickers from way back in the day, when it's like been racing at these events. Very basic interior, but that's what it's all about. I love cars like this. The pre-war era like fascinates me immensely. I was watching a documentary on YouTube, Shell History of Motor Racing, which looked at like the pre-World War I era of motorsport, back in the day when they had like point-to-point road races. But this car is there's a bit more modern than that. This is more like from the 1920s/30s. They're all like pre-World War II era. But yeah, stuff like that I absolutely love as well. Let's take a look at the holding area real quick. Copyrighted audio potentially here. We're going to just talk over it and hope that my VOD doesn't get muted at this particular point. There we go. And these are the cars that go out for their next race. Some of them we saw in the in situ, others we maybe didn't quite get a chance to look at. But yeah, this is where they go. Normally they go on the Grand Prix loop. There's car clubs taking up the Grand Prix loop. There's one Ford Escort over there actually, as well. So, on that note, we are going to do a bit of a Costanza and get the heck out of here. Like I say, I'll be back tonight for Marbles on Stream. I fixed the audio issue that I was having after I did the tilted section. I left 2 audio sources open at the same time and it messed it all up. But I know to switch that other one off now. But that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.